What is it you want from me? Do you even know? Do you love me actually? Or fear?
What's up, folks? This is episode 7 of my sprint training series. If you don't know me, I'm a college student who competes in track and field, and I'm just using this channel as documentation for my training in the 2024 season. So far this season, I've competed in 2 meets. One of them was early December at the University of Nebraska-Kearney, and then the other one was early February at Nebraska-Lincoln at the Nebraska Cornhuskers indoor track. But at this point in the season, indoor is over, and now it's early March, and I'm kind of just waiting for outdoor meets to open up so I can compete again. So in preparation for my next meet, I did the workout that you'll see in this video. I separated this workout into 3 series, I call them. It's just a way for me to make programming and organizing a workout easy on myself. So I didn't actually do this whole workout all in one day. I did everything up to sprints on one day, and then the 3 sprints I show were a whole nother day, but I just included it in one video because the sprints take up like 30 seconds a time, and I want to make a full workout video. And you could still do this whole workout in one day. You would probably just need to decrease the volume of everything before sprints if you want to sprint on the same day as the other workouts. If you're wondering why I did a certain amount of reps in one thing and not the other, it's not because I necessarily did a different number of reps for everything for a specific reason. I just didn't get video of everything, or I just deleted some because some videos just weren't that great. Moving on to the actual workout itself, I started it with the Stadium Stair series, I called it. These are all just plyometric movements up a set of stairs. I usually do them on flat ground, so you don't necessarily have to do them upstairs. But I just did it this time to provide a different stimulus for my body, and I just like doing different variations of the same type of movements just to teach my body how to apply force in different ways. When I'm doing these Stadium Stair plyometrics, I'm focusing on pushing off the ground with my big toe, and then while I'm in the air, pulling my feet under me using my glutes, and then when I land, I'm absorbing the impact with the balls of my feet, and then transferring the force I absorbed on the balls of my feet then onto my big toe, and then repeating that process over and over. That focus is applied to every plyometric I do. It's not just Stadium Stair specifically. Every time I'm doing plyometrics, I'm focusing on those things. Alright, moving on to the broad jump series. All of these are different variations of the normal broad jump. These are not a plyometric this time, except for triple jump broad. That's plyometric, but everything else is simply max power output, landing, and then stopping. I do these broad jumps to increase my max horizontal force output, and it allows me to learn how to absorb high impacts to my lower body. A lot of people don't like broad jumps because they think it's too hard on the lower body, but if you program it correctly and don't have too high a volume and you rest enough in between, then it's not a dangerous workout. If somebody gets injured doing broad jumps, it's not because the broad jumps themselves are the problem. It's everything else outside of the broad jumps that they're doing incorrectly that cause them to get injured. And then with the triple jump broad, I actually had never done it before this workout, and you'll really be able to tell my progression from doing it for the first time ever to getting a little better at it, because the first couple of reps I land on my toes and fall on my hands and I'm getting no distance like at all. And then you'll see in the later reps I get like more than double the distance as my first couple ones, and I land properly. When you're setting up to do a broad jump and you're in the half squat position, you're falling forward, you want to focus on getting a big stretch in the Achilles and the bottom of your foot. This loads the area of your body and increases the maximal elastic potential you have in that position. And then to turn this potential energy that you created by loading your feet and Achilles, you need to push off the ground using your big toe, similar to the plyometrics that I did earlier. Once you push off the ground and you're in the air, you need to swing your legs up and forward in front of you, and then absorb the impact from the ground in the balls of your feet. And you'll know that you absorb the landing properly if when you land on the balls of your feet, you don't fall forward. And it's even better if you land on the balls of your feet and then you fall backwards onto your heels afterwards. You'll see in the videos of me doing it that in the earlier reps, I don't get a good landing and I fall forward. But as I do reps and I get more practice doing the movement, I have better landings. Sometimes it looks like I'm working really hard to stay on the balls of my feet, and that's because I am. Like, sometimes you have to really focus on absorbing it correctly. So here is the broad jump series. Now, moving on to the meat and potatoes of the workout, the most important part of any speed workout is 1, sprinting, but 2, bounding before you sprint. I actually never sprint unless I bound first, and to me, bounding is like sprinting before you actually sprint. The reason why I say this is because the nature of bounding is the same as sprinting. Because when you're bounding, you have short and powerful ground contacts. You have a big split in the legs, and then you pull your feet down to the ground using your glutes. You have big front side mechanics when you're in the air, and you get your arms up Like, you swing your arms, you have your elbows to the sky, just like how you would when you're sprinting. So I like doing it before sprinting a lot because it helps me get my sprinting coordination kind of on point before I actually go out and sprint. Like, I just feel more mentally and physically prepared to sprint once I bound first. And you'll be able to tell in the videos of me bounding, but like, it almost looks like I am sprinting, but I'm not. I'm bounding. All right, so I bounded and it's time to sprint. So in this sprint workout, I do 3 10-meter flies, and what these are, you take 30 meters to build up to top speed, and then I measure out on the track 10 meters, and in this 10 meters, you have to be at top speed the whole time. And it doesn't have to be a 30-meter acceleration. It's different for everybody. I still don't even know if 30 meters is right for me. I'm still kind of messing with it. I kind of feel like it's not enough because I feel like I hit top speed like midway through my 10-meter fly instead of right at that first cone. But these 10-meter flies are one of the best way to increase your top speed, and you will always spike up when you're doing this. You should never sprint not spiked up, because the whole point of sprinting is to get as fast as possible. And if you're not wearing spikes, you're just simply not running as fast as possible. And then I take 45 minutes in between reps. A good tip to use when you're trying to figure out rest is every 10 meters you run should be a minute of rest. I kind of do this. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to feel that you're recovered from the last rep and you can repeat the exact same thing at top speed again. If you're lining up for one of these 10 meters flies and you don't feel like you can run as fast as possible, then you either need more rest or you should just cut the workout, because at that point you've hit your point of diminishing returns and you're either going to get slower or injured by doing this. So without further ado, here are the 3 10-meter flies.
What is it you want from me? Do you even know?